Welcome to Antigua, Guatemala. I'm so excited to share this beautiful place with you all. It's truly special to us as this is where we got married. We are Danielle and Heido, and we're traveling Central America with our pack of 8 dogs. Welcome to our pod crew. There is just something so magical in the mix. Crumbling ruins, festive music, Mayan culture, and the ring of both peaceful and explosive volcanoes. Of course, the Spanish colonial architecture and cobblestone streets don't hurt. Each courtyard just beckons and seems to hold some surprise. You really never know what you'll see when you look inside. Bumpy tuk-tuk rides and delicious food are all things we love about Antigua. What we know for sure is you will walk a lot and eat a lot. So whether you're interested in a pampering leisurely vacation, Antigua has great spas and beautiful hotels with pools to relax by. And for you action lovers out there are a few different volcanoes you can actually climb. Some being short day trips and some taking up to 3 days. Antigua has a very comfortable climate. It's considered year-round springtime. Temperatures usually range from about the 70s to the 80s in the daytime and get down into the 60s at night. So pack some summery clothes with a light sweater for the evenings and comfy walking shoes. December is a little chillier. There are basically 2 seasons. Both are beautiful times to visit. Temperatures don't vary all that much except for whether or not there are showers. There are plenty of cozy nooks to duck into to get out of the rain. So let's dive into what to see and do here in the area. There are time codes below if you want to skip around or head straight for the information you need. Antigua has a long history dating back to the mid-1500s when the Spanish colonized the area, naming it Santiago de los Caballeros, and it was the capital for a few hundred years. Several earthquakes, however, especially the most devastating in 1773, eventually left the city pretty much in ruins, and the once thriving capital city and its occupants packed up and moved to what is now Guatemala City. Fortunately, however, some people decided to rebuild slowly but surely, and with the help of UNESCO, the entire 10-block by 10-block city is now a protected World Heritage Site. The signage is regulated so that even common modern businesses tuck nicely in with the surroundings, something to add to your sightseeing list which actually might surprise you. The Taco Bell, the McDonald's, and the Starbucks. They are probably the prettiest versions on the planet. Of course, there are plenty of old churches and ruins to explore. But you won't have time to visit all of them, so what I like to do is get my bearings the first day by doing a walking tour. I can't recommend enough Klaudia. She was so entertaining and sweet and covered all bases. Her information is in the description below. By doing a walking tour on the first day, you can take a look around and then decide what to go back and see in depth during your stay. You can also get a very good feel of a lot of places just from the street. My favorite ruins to see are definitely the Santo Domingo, which is also a hotel and spa,
Buenas tardes.
and the Santa Clara. Hiking up to the cross to get a view of town is a nice way to burn off some of those lavish meals. Although it's under construction at this moment in 2023, you can still go up and check out the park.
If you're looking for a good way to burn off some of the drinks and the food here in Antigua, hike up to Cerro de la Muerte. Hike up to Cerro de la Cruz.
After sightseeing, it's always recommendable to replenish and rehydrate. From local cuisine to lavish meals, there's something for every taste in every budget. We're going to go through some of our favorites, but our absolute favorite thing about Antigua is how pet-friendly even the restaurants are. As you will see, all of these places let your doggies come in with you, including inside spaces and upstairs terraces, so bring your pups along. It seems fitting that we start with coffee. So let's check out some cute cafes. For a leisurely breakfast option, head to the gorgeous garden setting on the outskirts of town. It's also a plant nursery and a health food market. Each table is tucked away in its own little space in the garden. Now let's say you just walked all around town and are ready for a craft beer and some lunch. We have to tell you about the Antigua Brewing Co. Our first time here, we really enjoyed it, and the focus was on how great the beer and the food were because we had no idea there was an upstairs outside dining terrace. So what to order? The sausage in the pretzel bun and the fish tacos are probably our favorite. Also, they have a really interesting take on nachos. There's also a secret clandestine bar right through this telephone booth. So fun. If you're feeling thirsty and want to get some local recommendations and meet some people, we recommend popping into the little hole in the wall, the bar Ilegal. They have super cheap beers during the day, really friendly staff that usually have time to sit and talk, especially if you sit at the bar. You'll be making friends and learning more and more with every beer. Another great local brew is Cerveceria 14, or 14, which has a brewery with free transportation a few kilometers outside of town, with live music and events. We're going to go into a couple more restaurants, but it was really hard to narrow them down. Let's start with Angie, which is super highly rated and for good reason, with everything from freshly made empanadas and raviolis to amazing wood-fired pizza, which is 2 for 1 on Sundays. The ambiance is really great for a date night. Avenida 1 is a hot spot for restaurants. There's taco shops, ramen spot, smoothies and salads, the Sky Bar, which has great nachos and an amazing view of town and the erupting Fuego volcano.
We're up on a rooftop at Cafe Sky.
And El Patio Primera, which has live music and marshmallow roasting every night. Another great place to check out live music is Ni Fu Ni Fa. So right down a door or two from Angie is another one of our favorites called Fermento.
Fermento is our new favorite margarita spot in Antigua.
And happy hour every day until 6 p.m. So after a day of sightseeing and eating, I'm sure you'll sleep well. Airbnbs can be found from as little as $20 a night. One little gem is Tia Kiki's Garden. Going up a little bit in budget if you want a nice hotel, this place across from the Santa Clara is really precious. For luxury at a pretty decent price, the Porta Hotel is about $150 a night. If you're on a budget but need a bigger place, about 10 minutes outside of Antigua in the area of Pueblo Viejo, we rented this 3-bedroom house with rooftop terrace and views of the volcano for a steal. We have transportation, but if you don't, you can always get tuk-tuks and taxis. So how to get there? I'm glad to say this is a very easy answer. Book a shuttle ahead of time, and it's a quick 45-minute to an hour drive, depending on traffic. That's just getting started with Antigua. We have spent several months there and are continuously finding new things to see and do. But I hope that gave you a little bit of an idea of how absolutely incredible this place is, and I hope you will plan your trip to visit. Guatemala is such a beautiful country and so underrated. All you people out there that are thinking of taking a trip and wanting to go somewhere new, you've got to check out Guatemala. All right, see you next week. Super happy that you stuck around. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. Of course, if you want to support our channel, the best way is just to give us a like and a subscribe. Thank you guys. Big salty kisses from the pod crew.